life's too short to, like, not do what you want and not make yourself happy. Well, strawberry special.
Cheers. Hey everyone, welcome back to Gabbin and Gab. Today we have the lovely, the talented, the beautiful Sam. Woo! Okay, actually, before we get started, I have a surprise.
What's a surprise?
Close your eyes.
Oh, gosh.
Put your hands out.
Oh. I am anxiety about this. No. Oh, gosh.
Open. Cheers!
No way! Gabby Thompson knows me too well. This is like, literally, I thought about stopping on my way here. And
I was
like,
worried
no.
you'd already had one today.
I didn't. Today's been like the only day.
I got them both with lemonade though, and I'm pretty sure you don't get lemonade.
No, but I kind of like lemonade when it's like...
It doesn't have the berries.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Yeah.
That's like iconic.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Don't worry, I haven't had any sips yet. They
Oh
made them
gosh.
good. Here, let's get a little
These are good.
closer.
I feel like sometimes they can make them really bad, and then
Yeah, I had a
waste
bad
of your
one
money.
the other day. I was looking forward to it all week. When I texted you, I was getting it, and it wasn't even good. I know, but this one's good.
I know. Sometimes, like at school, I'll walk to a faraway Starbucks to get the better one because it's not worth my money.
Oh, tell them where you go to school. Tell them.
I go to Loyola University Chicago in the city, which is nice.
So, isn't there a Starbucks like by your dorm?
Yeah, there's like 3. There's one in the Target, one that's like a walk-up hut, and one that's like a normal Starbucks, but it's far away. But I walk to the normal one because it makes the best ones. And why am I spending $4.25 otherwise?
That's facts. Well, the one here, like in the bookstore, is like on the school like money.
I'm so jealous.
Like I just tapped my thing, cause I have enough like declining dollars.
I would spend all my dollars on Starbucks.
You don't like. It's hard to schedule when you have time to go though, because like it takes like 30 minutes usually. This took like 5 because it's like 5. I went at like 5:30, but during the day it takes so long. They have like 8 workers at all times. It's craziness.
I love that.
Anyway, I'm gonna grab my computer. You can use this if you want. If not, you can just throw it over there.
I would love to use it.
Okay.
I feel so official.
Yeah. So you go to Loyola. We know each other from high school though.
Yes.
We both went to Marymount together. She's a grade below, but she's graduating before me. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, I'm graduating in 3 years. Are you? How many years do you have left?
I have to do a 5th year, so...
So I will graduate a year before you. That's crazy.
Are you sure it's a year before me or 2 years?
No, I think...
What year are you graduating?
Oh, gosh.
2023? 2024?
Maybe 2024.
Okay, yeah, because I'm going to be 2025. We met in high school. How did we even meet?
Musical, but we were almost roommates on the Disney trip.
Really?
Yeah, remember, because Ketty yelled at me to put you down. You
Oh!
Chloe. And then...
Oh, yeah, because we met through Katsy, kind of.
Yeah. And then...
But we hung out on the Disney trip. We were in the same group. We just weren't in the same room.
Yeah, because before Disney started the Sound of Music, we started that. Because Disney was in February, Sound of Music
but
was
we
in
planned
January.
Disney in, like, October.
Yeah, that's why it was
Sam
quite
was
crazy.
Marta when I was Liesel. So we were sisters. So
That's
funny.
iconic.
But sometimes you had to be my big sister that year. Especially in the spring when I was going through it.
Oh,
You played my little sister, but you were my big sister.
you were my big sister the entire time. I just love you.
Yeah. Anyway, that's how we met. Sam did a lot in high school. You want to share? You want to give your extracurricular list?
I'll give a quick spiel.
Okay.
I did diving. I was vice president of my class. I was in the musical, student directed my junior and senior year, and did hair and makeup. I led FCA, Marymount Girls United. And then I ran freshman orientation.
That's so much.
It was a lot.
It was a lot. It was fun though.
Yes, it was.
I feel
all
like
fun.
you're one of the people like me who likes to be busy all the time
Yes.
and thrives off that. And also, I think we both like being part of multiple friend groups.
Yes.
And that was a big thing for me in my first school because I was with the same people. I didn't have the chance to be part of multiple things, you know?
Yeah, I definitely felt that this year in the fall, and now I'm much happier because I have lots of different friends in different places and different activities, and that's what I liked so much about high school.
It's not like I get sick of the friends I have. It's just I need like more and like different kinds of stimulation. Like you're gonna get a different energy from like the musical kids versus like the like I don't know, history club kids. I don't know, what do you do at school?
Nothing. No,
You're in a sorority, yeah?
I am in a sorority. I love Phi Sig. It's Phi Sigma Sigma. It's not a fraternity. It is a sorority. There's fraternities with Phi Sig.
Do you guys have Phi Sig, the frat at Loyola, or no?
No, we don't. Luckily. Otherwise,
do you guys have
AFI? No. We only have 7 sororities. I don't.
So you're part of that.
Yeah.
Have you started anything else on campus that you like? I mean, I haven't done that much here yet, but I'm just curious for you if you.
I think I'm gonna join the history club, which I'm excited about. My history advisor basically told me I am joining it, so that's how I'm getting involved with that. And my roommate wants me to join intramural soccer. So
wait, you played soccer
in elementary school, but
wait, you didn't play in junior high? Why did I think you played in junior high?
I ran cross country.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, did you do track?
No.
I was gonna say, because I ran track, and we would have been in it at the same time.
That's so sad. No crossover.
No, I barely ran track. I mostly walked track. I did the 200.
We love it. I used to be really good at cross country, and then
didn't you get
my knees were terrible and my hips
and your back? Don't you have you got a lot?
I got a lot going on.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So history club, because you're like
I'm a history major,
and you want to
teach history, which is why I have a minor in educational leadership and policy studies, which is nice and very helpful and a great resume builder.
I love a good minor. I have one right now, but I kind of want to. I kind of do dance or something too.
Okay, I might have another minor in psych. It all depends on like we have a lot of weird core classes. Like ours are like theology, philosophy, sociology.
That's like what Viterbo's was. Like the only classes I took that weren't theater freshman year were English my first semester and like VUSM, which was kind of like discovering yourself through the morals of the school. I don't know.
Yeah. So like I don't know. I like have enough class spaces to do it unless I can't do the internship in the summer. So question mark on a minor in psychology because the minor requires an internship and I want to do it in the summer instead of in the school year. So we'll see.
That makes sense. Goes. So actually tell them why. So when I met Sam, she wanted to be an astronaut. Wait, let me see if I can find it. Do you still have the website?
Yeah, I think I do.
What is it? Sam to Mars?
FutureMarsAstronaut.com. Oh, gosh.
Did you pay for it?
I paid $80 for the .com. $80 of my own money.
Sam? Oh, is this it?
Yeah.
Wait, guys, this is
I thought it was going to be taken down by now.
This is Sam's website. She wanted to be an astronaut. I loved it.
I made that in the 7th grade.
It's
when I went to
the greatest day of my... And then you wanted to do... I feel like I've listened to you, like you jumped a lot of places. So how did you end up wanting to do like history? Because I know a lot of people... Well, I changed my major. Mine is a drastic change, though. But a lot of people still don't know what they want to do when they get into school. Or, like, when they're seniors, like, all the seniors right now, they're like, oh, what's your major in your school? And you're like, crap, I don't know.
Yeah. I was very all over the place. And then I thought I was going to do law all the way up until the summer before my senior year. And then I was like, wait, like, I don't know. And then I was a big question mark. And then I was talking to my teacher, Mr. Hanley, about
it. He's a history teacher.
Yeah, he was my history teacher for 2 years, and I asked him to write me a rec letter, and he was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know. I have no idea. And he was like, I think you would make a great history teacher. And like something in my mind clicked, and I was like, wait, I would love to do that. And then it just started spiraling from there, and I was like, this is like the path I feel would be great, and like maybe administrative education in the eventual future.
Do you you want to do like high school?
Yes.
Would you ever do like college when you're older? Like, would you go get your like master's or doctorate and like teach college or?
Yeah, I think like either I'll go administrative education, like principal, that type route, or I'll teach.
You'd be a good principal.
Professor.
You'd be such a good principal. I feel like you'd be empathetic, but I feel like you'd still be like in charge.
Yeah. See, like, I love the high school age group and, like, all the different activities and the things.
And, like, encouraging people to get involved in a lot. I feel like that was what was special about our high school, though, is, like, you had the chance to get involved in a lot. Like, And it wasn't, I think there was a lot of pressure to be involved in a lot.
Yes.
But, like, if you picked the right activities, it was worth it. Like, there was definitely some clubs I was in that I was only in for the college application. Like, Key Club, you know?
Yeah.
And I still did all the service hours. Like, I still went to everything, but it was, like, not, like, the same passion as, like, MGU or Maryland Girls United. Because Sam took over when I left. And it kind of died during COVID a little, though.
Yeah.
I don't think they have it right now.
No, they don't have it right now, but I'm like, I think I could see something similar starting up, but it was just hard because a lot of, like, the younger grades, like, we didn't have the typical, we used to have a thing called Club Fair, which is in the gym, and, everybody would go to tables.
And we didn't have an Instagram for MGU either.
Yeah, and so, like, now it was, like, on a slideshow.
It was, like, a word by word, it was, like, a word of mouth club, too.
Yeah.
Like, that year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, it was more difficult, but I think something like it'll start
It's a really cool
concept.
Yeah.
I feel like.
So the girl that started it went to Miami, Courtney.
Yeah.
And then she had her partner Hannah, and then when Hannah graduated, I like talked to her and I took over, and then I passed it down to Sam. And did Katsy do too? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But during COVID, it got kind of died. Even like when we first went into quarantine, like everybody else was trying to have club meetings on Zoom, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that to these girls. Like this is supposed to be like a nourishing conversation. I'm not gonna like make you get on the phone right now.
Probably not.
No.
But
What's your actual biggest flex in life?
I don't know.
What's the first thing that like comes to mind?
I honestly, I like to say that the whole freshman orientation program that I like start, like our school counselor asked me to make it so that she could pass it down to like other students to run, and so like I ran it my junior and senior year of high school, like when all the freshmen come in and you have to organize tour guides and all that kind of stuff.
Well, because sophomore year we like reprogrammed it, but we weren't in charge of like when it actually happened. We were like there, but like it wasn't like in a clean like document to like to make it accessible again.
Yeah, and so like, and I of course got the year that we were under construction, and then the year with COVID in the new school, and so like I don't know, I was like proud of like I like had it all set up for like the next group, and like trained them when I was an outgoing senior, and they ran it this year, and it was great, and they trained kids to come in.
Honestly, it's a lot better. Like when I was a freshman, before they had reprogrammed it at all, it was so stupid.
Yeah, I thought I was there all day when I was a freshman, and it was on my birthday. And it was terrible.
Oh,
yeah.
That was terrible.
That's when it was like from 9 in the morning until like
3 or something.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It should not be that long.
Yeah, but that's, I would say it's my biggest flex. That's like the first thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was a good time.
I think you also have a flex because you're like a really good friend. But I guess you wouldn't think about that introspectively. But maybe you would. But I feel like you've built a lot of like friendships that have lasted longer than people like would expect. Yes. Something about like doing the musical in high school helped like with that. I feel like I'm so close, like sorry, I'm like swallowing my mouth. But it's like I don't know. You're really good at that.
Yeah, I love having like underclassmen friends I'm so close with. I still like call it upperclassmen and underclassmen friends I'm so close with. Like I loved that, and like I feel like I'm so close with them.
When you think of me, do you think of me as like a sophomore and you as a freshman, or do you think of me as like a senior and you as a junior, or like?
I have it as the senior and junior.
I have it as sophomore junior for some reason. Like I think
really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Like the Cinderella era.
Yeah,
that was the musical we did that year.
Yeah, but I don't know why in particular that year, but.
I don't know why I think Legally Blonde, we just spent so much time together.
Yeah, but also like the end of it was like the end of like everything, so it's kind of like
yeah,
I don't know. There was no like satisfactory like, because that's when COVID started. 2 years ago today, the state of emergency was declared in Ohio.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
And today they lifted the mask mandate totally for Miami. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, we
guys
still have one. The city of Chicago just lifted theirs.
They lifted theirs before we lifted ours in Little Oxford. I was like, what?
I know, that's crazy. But now we don't have to show our Vax cards to sit in restaurants anymore, which is really nice.
That is nice. Because I forgot you guys had to do that.
Yeah, to like show your Vax card, a matching ID. So I had to bring my Ohio driver's license with me everywhere. And I was like, this is chaotic.
Yeah. That is chaotic. Anyway, but like making those kind of deep friendships is harder, I think, in college when you're not around people all the time.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't know. But now you're in, can I call it Phi Sig or should I call it Phi Sigma Sigma?
No, call it Phi Sig. Everybody says it's Phi Sig. I just was like felt the need to clarify.
Yeah.
I'm planning on studying abroad next year in the spring.
Really? Where are you going?
I'm going to Rome. We have
For
a campus.
whole semester?
Yes.
That'll be so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Like anxiety, but also like I'm really excited about it. So, and there's other girls in Phi Sig going that I'm friends with, which is like really nice that I already know people going.
Yeah. So do you guys live on campus again next year?
Yes, we have to.
And then junior year, where are you living?
Probably an apartment near campus.
Because, okay, explain like where campus is, because it's like in Chicago, but like not like really, but like it is.
So it's like north of the city. Like you keep going, and like there's like Chicago, then like Loyola, then Northwestern. So it's like
Chicago, DePaul, Loyola, Northwestern, right?
Yeah, but DePaul's not on the lake. Like
I'm
just talking if you're following the lake, because we're right on the lake, and so's Northwestern.
I was like thinking the red line.
Iconic. Yeah, like they're on the red line. I guess I would go.
So I have like a campus in the city.
Yeah, though we have like school buses we can like take down there, which is really nice. I like to go in the city, and our campus is right by the mile. So like, if the bus drops you off at campus, it's like a 2-minute walk to
go shopping.
Yeah, to like Starbucks.
It's bad though. Like there's so much. It's so easy to spend money. Like there's like 2 Zaras within like 10 minutes of each other.
I know, it's too easy.
But it's always so packed. Also, I remembered what I was gonna ask you, because we were talking about friendships and how you kept your hometown friends. Yes, and not just the musical kids, like the kids in your grade. Yeah,
I feel like I talk to them all so much still. Like we like talk in our group chats a lot, and I feel like I've tried really hard to make a conscious effort to text people and FaceTime people and check in, and like if I know somebody has a test or something, I'll try to send them $5 to get a coffee or something, and like try to do those things, and like the things I would do if I was home, and like keep those friendships.
What's your love language? What's your one that you like to get, and then what's the one that you like to give? Your love languages.
Okay, I've never taken the test.
Oh, you have to. Let me see how long it is. Do you know what they are? It's like physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, and quality time.
Oh gosh, I like don't know what I would be, honestly.
Well, what do you like? How do you like when people like express their love to you? I don't know how long it'll take, but you can do it like quick if you want.
Yeah.
I'll talk while you do it.
Okay.
It's like when people don't have any friends from high school, or they're like, yeah, I hate everyone from high school or from home. It's like a red flag, you know?
I would agree.
Like when you're making friends when you first get to college, and you meet a girl who's like, yeah, I don't have any, like, I hate all my friends from home, or like, usually if you hate everyone, you may be the issue. This isn't the case for everyone. Some people are really from shitty situations, but this is a piece of advice. If you're looking for a roommate too, remember that if they're like the one that's like, I hate everyone, blah, 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 they're probably maybe not the best person to live with or to spend all your time with. My hot take on that. Let me think if I have any other hot takes. Unpopular opinions, I don't like hamburgers. I'm afraid of ketchup.
You're afraid of ketchup?
Yeah, I don't use any sauce ever.
Wait, question, do you not like hamburgers or cheeseburgers?
I don't eat that texture of meat. It's like the texture, I can't do it. Anyway, do you have any unpopular opinions? What else? I don't like ice cream.
Okay, I don't like milkshakes, yogurt, or soft serve ice cream. It's a texture thing.
Okay, you're a food texture person too?
Yeah.
And do you like cold broccoli? Or do you like cooked broccoli better?
Only like cold broccoli if you dip it in like ranch or something.
Okay, yeah, because I can only eat carrots and broccoli if they're warm. Or I only will eat them if they're warm. That's so
warm
fun.
Carrots are soggy.
No, I like them. I like them better than like cold. Like I don't like the crunch. It makes me think I'm biting my finger off.
That's like my worst nightmare. Kids at the pool always would bite their pinky fingers when they ate fries.
Would they bite them off?
No, they just would bite them, and one of them.
Oh my god, we also
bleeding.
lifeguarded together. The
like,
summer of COVID, Sam would come in to teach swim team, and I would be guarding the morning shift, which means I would get there at like 5:40 and open the pool and like test chemicals and like climb down that big scary hole. Do you remember that?
I hated doing that. That scary hole, I thought I was gonna get murdered when I
saw a spider once, and it was really bad, like a big spider, and I scraped my knee coming up because I was freaking out. Oh, we got it. Anyway, and she would bring me coffee or Starbucks, and at the time, my drink of choice was pure cold brew.
It was, and I would always be like, I don't know, I only drank strawberry refreshers.
I like coffee, but like, I can't believe I drank pure cold brew.
You needed it though on the 5:40 mornings. You really did.
I know, but like, girl. And then sometimes I would like put it in like the thing and like leave it, like drink it slowly over time, and it would be like hot cold brew.
Yeah.
Okay, we got our results. Your primary love language is words of affirmation. Does that make sense for you?
I feel like that does. I like hearing advice from people. I like when people talk to me and like.
Do you like when they compliment you?
I mean, like, yes. I would say yes. I feel like, yeah, or like somebody just like reassures me and those kinds of things that I did a good decision or that I'm gonna be okay and those kinds of things. So that's why I think.
Do you think that words of affirmation is like your top for giving and receiving? Or do you think that you like when you receive words of affirmation more and when you give acts of service? Because acts of service is really close. And I feel like you do a lot of acts of service for other people.
I would say probably for like the giving, I would say like acts of service or like giving gifts.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yours are like really like not even, but like 30, 27, 20, 13, 10. Mine were like 60, like 20.
Really?
Or maybe not 60, but it was like way more. Like the top one was like way higher.
Oh.
Mine's touch.
Aww.
I'm a hugger.
I would see that for you.
Or, okay, so it used to be touch, quality time, words of affirmation or something, but doing long distance last semester, I noticed words of affirmation got way higher for me because we literally couldn't, like, touch or, like, spend quality time, like, we could FaceTime or whatever, but.
Yeah.
So I noticed I needed words more. How's your boy life?
Non-existent.
Okay, fair.
Currently non-existent. Maybe someday, but
Just not, like, a priority for you at all right now?
yeah, I think I'm just focusing on me right now and like.
What does that mean? People always say that.
Okay.
And what does it mean? Because I think some people say it when they're avoiding admitting what they're actually focusing on, and some people actually mean it, and I think you mean it, but I need you to explain and give tips. If I'm like, hey Sam, I want to focus on me, like you are focusing on you, like teach me how to do it.
Well, at the start of the new year, wrote down some, like, goals for myself for the semester. Like, I wanted to work out, like, 3 to 4 times a week. I wanted to take myself to a study date with coffee, like, just me and my Starbucks, and, like, go and spend an afternoon studying every week. I wanted to put more effort in my school. And I made a list about, like, what friendships I wanted to spend a lot of time with and those kinds of things. And so, like, in working on me, I guess I've been just trying to, like, achieve those goals and, like, take time at the beginning and the end of the day. Like, I journal at the end of the day and, like, recenter and, like, try to focus myself and, like...
Do you journal every day?
Yeah.
Do you, like, write or type?
I write.
Wow, that takes time.
Yeah. It's... sometimes I get a little lazy, but... And I'll only write, like, a few lines. But then other days, it's, like, a whole... Honestly, I think it's just, like, spending time with yourself and, like, processing your day.
Yeah, so it's, like, no matter, like, which way you do that. Because I'm a typer. But
like, that... Like, I just need to spend time with myself. Like, I need to, like, think things out to be able to, like, reflect on them and feel like I've, like, grown from them or, like, different experiences. And sometimes it takes me a long time.
You have to be wise to do that. So that's, like, props to you.
Yeah, sometimes a lot of my journal entries have been about, like, a couple, like, of the same things that'll go on for, like, weeks, and I just, like, that's just my way of, like, processing, and, like, and that's, like, what's best for me, and, like,
you don't have to answer this on here, but have you ever been to therapy?
Well, I will answer on here.
Okay.
I just started therapy.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Is it your first time ever?
I did. It is.
Oh my goodness, that's exciting.
I started last week, and it's like a good thing for me. So like,
that's great.
I'm like, hey, I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna help me. I just have had a lot of anxiety lately. I had a room switch. It's been a good thing for me.
But
just
still change and like,
yeah.
I feel like I've heard from a lot of people that this semester, it felt like we never got back into, like, a total routine. Like, it's been more of, like, a whirlwind. And I think maybe that's especially because, like, you know, we both rushed. So that's, like, a whole new environment. And, like, a room switch, too. But, like, my other friends in Chicago, too, felt like it was, like, it's just been, like, a whirlwind.
Yeah, and a lot of Chicago schools started online. So, like, I stayed home an extra week, started online, did online school in my dorm for a week. It just...
And then all of a sudden now we don't even have masks.
Yeah, it's like, it was like a lot of chaotic, and I was just like,
And we're used to living in chaos at this point, but it still felt like it's everything, like, how is it, like, almost spring break, you know?
I'm like on my spring break right now, like, it's
like, what? That's
spring
so
break.
weird.
Like,
when do you guys finish?
We finished the first week of May. I think my exams get done, like, May 3rd.
You're, like, a little before us.
Yeah. Which is nice. I'm excited.
I did therapy before with a few different people. I had one, like, long-term therapist that I really liked, but after, like, I kind of grew out of, like, what she was helping me with, going back to her brought more, like, stress than, like, helpfulness, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But she also had a baby, so when she was gone, I had someone else. I didn't really like her. And then after all that, I tried a hippie therapist. Like, ooh. I know, but I ghosted her.
Oh.
Yeah. That's on me.
That's okay.
Yeah, and I think it's really helpful for a lot of people, and for me, I felt like once I knew some of, like, the tools and stuff, I was like, that's not what I don't want tools anymore. Like, I just want to, like, talk, and that's, like, part of their job, but also their job is to teach you how to, like, work through things yourself, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It depends on, like, the person, but now it's just, like, I feel like I can apply them, and sometimes I'm, like, if I need to, like, I know that there's, like, things on campus.
Yeah.
But I feel like everyone should go at least for a period of time, for at least, like, once in their life.
Yeah.
Even if they're not, like, for their whole life, you know?
Yeah. I'm like, even if you're just, like, in a stressful period of life. Like,
yes,
and just,
exactly.
Like, I'm like, I just feel like I'm in a stressful period of life, and I just, like, need someone to give me some tools to help me through it, you know? And I was like... So I'm like, heck yeah, I'm going to go to therapy. I think that's a great idea, but my school is just terrible. And they were like, you're not going to qualify to go to therapy through this school. We can put you on a waiting list.
What?
Yeah, it was terrible.
So you were doing it, like, out of the school?
Yeah.
Which is so unfortunate because that's, like, colleges are supposed to, like...
I was like, how is going on a waiting list helping me? I was like, this is just...
No. School therapies aren't the best.
I was like, I can talk to my friends and talk to my friends and talk to my friends, but I am at the point where, like, I just need the tools to help me, and it's just something that your friends are amazing to talk to, but sometimes you need those tools to be able to help yourself a little more.
And it really helps you focus on you, too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes your friends' advice is really, like, what they need to hear.
True.
Like, reflected back at them, you know?
True.
But I think that talking about, like, I haven't really had, like, a mental health episode. Like, I touched on it. That's not, like, really what this is, but I'm glad that we're talking about it and talking about going to therapy, and, like, I'm also on medication, so I think that's one of the reasons why I don't, like, feel the need to go, is because I'm, like, I don't want to say, like, stable, because I wasn't unstable, but, like, my baseline is, like, a lot better than it was.
Yeah, and that's, like, a good thing, I feel like.
Yeah, and there's also, like, I know a lot of people take them, like, way more than you'd think. And especially in, like, I feel like in college, I've met a lot more people, and I'm, like, happy that more people are taking them, but there's definitely still a stigma about it. Like, I've talked about it so many times that I don't judge myself for it anymore, but, like, the first time I heard of people taking medication, I was, like, a freshman. It was at MGU, and one of the seniors was talking about how they were on medication, and I was like, that's so, like, not weird, but I was like, they have to take that for the rest of their lives, like, what? And now I'm like, yeah, please give me it for the rest of my life. Like, it just balances out the chemicals in my brain.
Yeah. And I'm like, and even, like, because I might go on medication, we're just, like, since I
sometimes
just started
it's, like,
therapy,
a situation more than it's, like, your chemicals in your brain.
And, like, oh, gosh, what was I going to say? The doctor was like telling me that like sometimes all you need is it just for if you've got a lot of stressors in your life, a lot of like hard times going on, sometimes you just need it to help stabilize yourself at that point in your life.
Yeah.
And I was like, and sometimes it's better long term.
Yep.
So it's just all depends on the situation, but I think it's a good thing and people should talk about it because it's not a bad thing at all.
No. The only thing scary though is if you are 21 and you take it, you have to be really careful because drinking on them can really mess you up. Or you can get like the doctor always says, like you can get like drunker faster or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of scary. You don't want anybody to get alcohol poisoning.
No.
Or something crazy like that.
That would not be good.
No.
Don't do that.
But I'm glad that, like, my viewpoint on it has changed so much, and I hope people's, because, like, everyone's like, oh, like, we talk about mental health more, but we do, but, like, we don't talk about the specifics like this, you know?
Yeah. I'm like, I think it's, like, important to talk about it because, like, the more you talk about it, the less it's, like...
I know, now it's, like, something I would definitely bring up in casual conversation.
Yes. I would agree. I'm like, now I'm like, oh, like, I go to therapy, like...
I feel like that has to do, like, with something you wrote that really stuck out to me was your whole thing about, like, life's too short to not do what you want.
Yes.
And it's like life's too short to not take care of yourself too.
Yes.
And you can totally give your spiel on that if you want, or just like give us some examples of how you've lived that, because you have.
I mean, I think
read them off my computer.
I just in high school I was just like, why am I not doing the things I wanted to do? So I joined the tennis team. I never played tennis before my freshman year of high school. I joined the diving team my junior year of high school, which was crazy. People I don't know, sometimes there's like a stigma around being like a theater kid in college, but I say it loud and proud, like I totally was a theater kid in high school and I loved it. And like, I just feel like life is too short to like not do what you want and not make yourself happy.
Yes.
Like, you should seek out your own happiness, like in whatever way you can, like just make yourself happy. Don't always do the things for other people if it's
and
gonna
don't
make you
always
so
do the
unhappy.
things for the resume. I feel like in
Yes.
college right now, it's like, oh, the club you should be in are like, be on exec for this club, do this, make sure you are somehow like involved with these like buzzwords. When it's like, okay, yeah, there's things on that list that I do want to be a part of, but at the same time, it's like about what you still have to chase, like what fulfills you, you know?
Yes, and I'm like,
I want to join the a cappella group in the fall.
Oh my gosh, you should.
we did that in high school too.
Oh, we did.
Sam used to beatbox. Do you still beatbox?
No. My sister does now for showstoppers.
Really?
They made her beatbox for a song.
Why?
Because they don't have one anymore.
Well, I was going to say, you joined diving junior year. I did cheer only my senior year. And I feel like it's unusual for people to join sports as late as we did. But, like, I wouldn't take it back for anything.
No.
Like, it was literally, I had a blast and, like, made such good friends with the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just think sometimes I, like, doubt it because I'm like, this is weird. Or I'm like, nobody, like, I'm a junior in high school. I've never dove. I have no gymnastics. Like, I was terrible. Like, really the worst person ever. But I was like, I'm having fun. Life's too short. I'm happy. Yeah. I like it. Why am I not going to do it? Like, I was like, it's just, it's so worth it. Like, I look back and I'm like, looking at those periods of time, I'm like, I'm so glad I did that and just didn't care what other people thought.
That's, like, has kind of to do with, like, I definitely had to think about that statement when I decided to come here. Because a lot of people were like, you already transferred once, like, what are you doing? And it was like, I also went to the Columbia College Chicago for theater, and then I quit theater, which first off, that decision was for me, but when I made my, like, big PowerPoint of, like, the reasons, like, why and why not, I wrote down because honestly, I was scared about, like, what certain people would think, like, what my old teachers would think and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what, I know this is the right decision, and for me, and I did, and, like, I'm so grateful I did. Like, I definitely miss parts of it, but, like, there was a weight immediately lifted off my chest, but I had to get the voices out of my head before I could, like, make that decision.
Yes.
And, like, the fear of what other people would think or if they'd be disappointed or something.
Yeah. And I feel like that is, like, such a common thing. Like, I feel like I worry too much about other people's opinions. I'm a people pleaser, and I can admit it. And it like...
The first step is admitting it, right?
Yes. I'm like, and I was like, I know that about myself, so I know, like, when those voices are in my head, like, they still affect me, but, like, sometimes I just try to remember, like, it's my life. I'm the one that remembers that I joined diving junior year. Nobody else cares. Like, nobody else on the dive team or from high school probably ever thinks about it, that I joined it junior year.
Yeah.
And I was terrible. And I'm like, but I loved it. And so I'm like, now, like, I'm like, once you, like, get out of it, you realize that you're the only one that remembers your past, really.
Yeah, for sure. And also, I think sometimes it's about who you surround yourself with. If there's a lot of other strong, like, confident women around you, then it just inspires you to, like, be there more for yourself, even. Versus if you're around a lot of girls who are, like, not saying that, like, they're obviously, like, going through, like, more, sorry, that, I stuttered so much there, but, like, girls who maybe aren't as confident yet, or are still, like, growing in their, like, securities and stuff, it can almost, like, pull you back to, like, pull you in reverse a little in the sense of, like, confidence building. Like, I noticed, or not even what the other girls are going through, but, like, just the way people talk about things.
Yes.
People that you surround yourself, if they talk about things in, like, a negative aspect all the time, you start to, like, think about things in a negative aspect too, I think.
Yeah, because I feel like you, like, I, like, see this a lot when you, like, choose friends and, like, who to surround yourself and be close with. Like, people can project insecurities, but people can always also project confidence. So it's, like, a lot about the people who you surround yourself and the things that you feel like that people different can project or whatever. Like, I know I have insecurities and sometimes I project them.
I was about to say, like, I've definitely been on both sides of that.
Yeah, and I'm like, I know. And, like, sometimes I project confidence and I feel like everybody's, like, in different things, but you have to find the people who, like, have the balance and aren't always, like talking about things also that, like, make you insecure, if that makes sense, because that's a hard thing. Like, if you have a problem with, like, I've struggled with, like, body confidence and body issues, and it's hard for me when I hang out with people that talk about their body in a negative way and talk about what they eat and working out a million times a day, and it's like, those are hard for me. So I'm like,
yeah,
and that, like, and then I, like, turn that on myself and I'm like, well, I should be doing this or I should be doing that,
and it probably just reflects back even onto them, you know.
Yeah,
which is so, like, unfortunate. That's, like, the cycles that happen, and it's hard to be the one person that's like, hey guys, maybe we shouldn't body check, or like, hey guys, maybe we should try to say something positive. And, like, there's definitely times I try to be that person, but, like, you can't take responsibility for everyone. So that's when you have to, like, just create, like, healthy boundaries for yourself, I think.
I completely agree.
Oh, that was such good advice. I want to hear, okay, while we, like, wrap things up, I would love to hear, or, like, I'd love for you to share any piece of advice for seniors in their spring semester right now. Like, where were you a year ago from now, what did you need to hear?
Oh, golly gee.
Like, picking colleges, like, picking major, like...
I think probably the most I needed to hear was to just go with my gut. I was not sure. I'll put it in quotation marks. And then I finally just, like, sat by myself in my room and was just, like, watching TV and, like, looking at the Loyola website. And I was like, wait, I'm sure. I, like, knew what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go and those kinds of things. And I would also tell them to, like, enjoy your moments in high school. Because, like, it's so cheesy. But, like, it's, like, your last, like, time being in high school, and do the things that you want to do, not that everybody else is doing. Make the last memories that you want to make, not like what you feel like you have to do or what's the typical, like,
that's really good advice.
Like, do what you want to do because these are your last couple months and only you're gonna remember what you do. Like, I always like to say, like, other people aren't gonna remember if you were there or not necessarily, you know what I mean? Like, do what you choose to do because you're going to be the one that remembers your past a lot, and you're going to be the one that's, like, has regrets or is happy with your choices.
Okay, thanks for sharing your advice. Last little question, or last, like, little tidbit. Do you listen to Fun on Weekdays by chance? You know Jenna Palakis?
I do not.
That's okay. So she does this thing where she asks her guests, I'm totally stealing this for this episode. She asks her guests, like, one thing they would recommend people do for fun on the weekdays this week.
Oh, gosh.
It doesn't even have to be something fancy. Like, I've had, like, I was talking to someone and they're like, even, like, Bachelor nights, but, like, the Bachelor season sucks. Like, I'm not watching it right now.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I'm not even watching it right now. But, just something fun.
Okay, something fun I've been doing lately, it's kind of boring, but it's still fun. I go and get myself a coffee and choose a hometown friend to FaceTime and go on a walk and, like, drink coffee and walk with them. Like,
do you drink coffee or
strawberry pressure. But I try to pick somebody that I know, like, has that chunk of time open and just, like, walk around and chat with them. And it's like we're walking at home, and I was like, that's always, like,
wait,
I've been
that's
doing
such a good idea.
Since the weather's been,
yeah.
Well, the weather's been terrible in Chicago, but we usually get one nice day a week.
I love that. That's a perfect thing for people to do this week. Well, thank you so much. Anything else you want to share before close out?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks, Gab.
Shout out your Instagram, and don't forget to check out First Astronaut to Mars or Future. What's it?
Future Mars Astronaut.
Don't forget to check out Future Mars Astronaut.
Actually, you don't have to. You could avoid that at all costs.
And your Instagram, you can say
at Samantha Flerlage. Samantha.Flerlage.
And make sure to check out the podcast Instagram and the podcast TikTok. The podcast TikTok's been really fun lately.
I love it. It's iconic. It always comes up on my For You page.
I like it more than my normal TikTok right now. I don't post on my normal TikTok.
Just all Gabbin with Gab content.
It's just so random. I love it. And subscribe and check out the other episodes. Maybe we'll have Sam back when she's older and wiser.
Wow.
Wow. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Gab.